For those who haven't met me yet, my name is Shelley Hanna. I'm CPO here at Relax Gaming. I've been here for coming on 6 years at Relax. But I think I've got a couple of way more important people than me with me today. And that is two of the guys from the creative teams, Anders and DJ. And you're going to hear much more from them in a minute or two. Thank you both for coming along. I'm going to start by walking you through a bit of the background. So we're here today to hear about Ancient Tumble. And I think the descriptive text on this slide says most of what I feel about the game, and that is the best of Tumble all rolled into one. Ancient Tumble is a very, very strong production, a very high quality production. I've been watching the guys work very hard for the last number of months, and it's probably the game that I've played most throughout the production as well, and had a lot of fun with that. When we're looking at Tumble games, I'm sure most of you are quite well aware that it's not our first Tumble game. So we have done quite a few of those. If we can go on to the next slide there, Louis. Lovely. So I think if we'd done a quiz to say how many Tumble games were there in total, maybe we wouldn't have got many right answers. But we've been doing Tumble games right back from 2019. All very high productions with ranges of themes, from Japanese samurai to sloths running around fruit stalls and all sorts of things, temples and all the rest. These games have resonated so well with players throughout the world. In fact, the games overall have had well over 10 million unique players and well over 9 billion rounds played on them. Very, very popular, and we can see the Tumble mechanic working well along with the productions that we're creating here. If we can go to the next slide, I want to touch a little bit on the very first Tumble game, which is way back from 2019. That's about 5 years ago, or just over 5 years. Tumble is one of my personal favorites. I think that resonates with many players out there. Actually, it's one of those games when we push into a brand new market where the brand of Tumble isn't really known well by the players, it still resonates immediately with the players. I think that's really nice to see. And you can see from the stats there as well on the slide that it's been quite a journey with over 5 million unique players and 6 billion rounds for that game. So it's a hugely attractive game for the players. It seems to resonate across different types of players as well. If we can go to the next slide, the next game I wanted to talk about is Tumble 2. For those of you who have been lucky enough to have the Dream Drop products on your portfolio, Tumble 2 has basically been met with the same response with the jackpot players. It's a really, really popular game with 1 million unique players within the Dream Drop ecosystem. Actually, I think it's good to note as well, a third of the mega drops has actually come from Tumble 2 Dream Drop as well. So pretty good game. I'm not going to talk about all the Tumble games listed on the original slide. So I just wanted to give you some backdrop with those two in particular. Today we're here though to talk about Ancient Tumble, the industry game of the year, I'd like to say. A lot of love has been put into the production of this one. It's not long now until this will be released. I think I'm echoing there, guys. If someone can turn off their mic, please. Thank you. So yeah, it's being released on the 25th of June, just around the corner. We're now on the 29th of May. It really is a fun game. I'm not going to talk on about it because I didn't produce this with my own hands. I'm going to actually play a quick trailer and then hand over to Anders next. So look at that production value just in the trailer. I think it looks absolutely amazing. One thing I wanted to say is as well, Big Win Boards recently released the scores for the game, and it's the 10th game that has got a 10 out of 10 score. Alongside actually 2 other relaxed games on the Money Train series as well. So hopefully that shows the hard work that the guys have done to make it the best production of the year. I'm going to hand over to Anders. We want to hear a bit more about this travel into the Cambodian jungle, Anders, and how it all happened from the beginning.
Thanks, Shelley. Yeah, I'm Anders, head of studio and art director for this game. Yeah, like Shelley said, it's a really nice production. I've been working in the industry since 2011. My first game was Jack and the Beanstalk back in the day, and I think this game is one of the best that I've been a part of. So I really hope that you pick it up and play it. It's a epically good-looking game, and it plays extremely nice as well. So yeah, hope you will enjoy it. And next slide, please. Yeah, so starting just talking about the production, and I guess the pre-production to start with. When we make this type of game, we have meetings with the team and we do some extensive research. We wanted the game, or actually it was Daniel's fault, I would say, that he wanted the game to feel like a Cambodian jungle. It was actually there, so we looked at different patterns for that time period. That the temple would look very integrated with the background, the feeling of having a damp rainforest together with a nice looking aesthetic, and having valuable casino-like symbols that people and players really want to win on. We started concepting on the game when doing the research. Then we continued to do a lot of 3D work in this game, modeling, texturing, rendering, and composition. We did a lot of animation in this game as well, where it makes sense to have it. So it's not like we just animate for fun. We really wanted it to add something to the game. So you have animations where it counts, basically. When you start winning, you're going to start feeling it. When you're winning a lot, you're going to start feeling it even more. And yeah, that's sort of what we really wanted to put focus on in this game. We as well did this trailer that you saw, and yeah, all that a nice aesthetic and gameplay that you will see in the demo that Danny will have later on. And yeah, and then the Explorer. In this case, we named the character Pancho Prince, named after one of the epic marketing guys we have in the office. We made this character, and then Maria, head of marketing, talked to us and said like, yeah, this guy resembles Pancho in the office, so let's try to name him that way. And yeah, of course we jumped on that. So it's Pancho Prince. This type of game that has a very like epic type of feeling, matinee, really needs a hero. We do both women and male heroes. In this game, we chose a male character. Our last game had a female hero character. So yeah, we do try to have a good balance of women and male heroes. This character has found this ancient key, which leads him to this ancient temple. And the key, of course, unlocks the temple, and then you will find the epic treasures if you're lucky. Yeah, and the temple. Of course, there's a temple like in many of our Tumble series. This one It's located in the middle of the rainforest. You see a vast landscape of rainforest behind it. There's an openness that we wanted to kind of portray, but still have, this type of leaves and, vines and everything going around it. So it felt like it's been there for hundreds of years, untouched by human hands. And now the character has found the key and he's entering it. If you're lucky, you will enter it, or if you have enough money, because this game actually has a buy, which Tumble 1 doesn't have. So if you're unlucky player, you can pay for it and get into the bonuses. And in this game, you have this, room underneath the temple where you can see the different doors leading to the treasures, being the different bonuses. In this game, we have 5. The middle one being the one you want to enter, and then we'll probably talk a bit more about that middle red door that you see here on the bottom right. I think that was it for me. Heading over to Daniel.
Thank you, Anders. So I'm Daniel Johnson. I'm head of games, and I was also the product owner for this production. And let's talk about the features of the game. Let's start with the game overview. So it's a 6x6 waste game. It has a max win of 10,000 times your bet and hit frequency of 21%, and the volatility is medium to high. And moving on to the base game. So this in this game you can play the base game in different ways, but the standard base game has a classic tumble mechanic. So basically you drop in normal symbols and blockers, and the goal is to clear all the blockers and trigger free spins and open up the temple. So there's also other ways to play the base game. So this game has feature spins. So this is actually the first game that we have multiple different feature spins. And the reason is because like the tumble games are quite a bit about the base game. Actually, it's about the progressive feeling of clearing blockers, and we wanted to introduce different ways of experiencing that basically. Let's move on to the first one. So the first feature spin, and just to clarify the feature spins, these you don't buy these like in a menu and go in and you buy it once. You toggle these on and off, so you can play the way you want with autoplay or a quick spin or however you want. So basically toggleable. And then hand spin is quite a good, my favorite feature spin. So it costs 50% extra of your spin, but it makes you trigger free spins 67% more often actually. And you also get unbreakable vials 67% extra. It's actually a coincidence that those ended up being the same number. This makes it super easy to trigger free spins if you play it this way. It's like 1 in 87 that you trigger free spins. So a really good way for casual players that grind the base game to trigger free spins more often. But we have other feature spins as well. We have the coin spin. So in the coin spin, every spin you land these hidden coins, as you see in the video. And if you break those reveal coins, and those are awarded as wins. There's also a multiplier coin that can drop in. If you clear that multiplies all the other coins. So this is the combination you're looking for the big wins in the coin spin. And then the last feature spin is the colossal spin. So this makes that every spin you land a colossal symbol, and also on every win in Cascade you drop in new colossal symbols. So they are from 2x2 to 5x5, and this is in this mode you can actually trigger the max win of the game from just one single spin if you drop in a 5x5 by the topping symbol and connect it, you win 10,000 times your bet. So this is the most volatile option and most costly as well, but also a very fun way to experience the game. Also in the base game, you can get a golden spin, and that means that all the blockers that drops in will be golden. And if you trigger free spins in that spin, you will trigger super free spins instead of regular free spins. And those happened quite frequently, 1 in 300, I believe it is. And you, even if you don't win on them, you still like that spin is enhanced, so it's more likely that you connect and win. So even if you don't trigger free spins, you still often get away with a decent win, actually. Yeah, and then we have the free spins. So even if like the game is a lot about the core mechanic of the base game, what you're really after is to clear all the blockers and to get the free spins. And in this game, we actually have 4 different free spin modes that the players can choose between. You start with 6 spins in all of them. And yeah, let's go through them. And then, yeah, the first free spin is the coin free spins. So that basically functions very similar to the coin feature spin. So that every spin in free spins, you drop in these coin blockers. If you break them, you get the coin prices, and you also have the coin multiplier. This is the least volatile option, but most likely that you get away with a decent win from this one. And we have the classic free spins. So this actually comes from the original Temple Tumble. So there we had 3 different options, and the mixed mode was the most popular one. So this is quite similar to that one, that you have special blockers that gives you extra spins or multipliers. And what you want to do is basically to build up a combination of those to clear a few multiplier blockers to build the multiplier up, and then hope to get extra spins and kind of receive the wins from the high multiplier. We also have colossal free spins. So this also very similar to the feature spin, that you drop in every spin a colossal symbol, 2x2 to 5x5. This is a quite volatile option, but you can obviously win very big in this one. Then we have the multiplier ladder. So this works as that every win or every new spin you increase a step on a multiplier ladder, and that multiplier multiplies all win during that round. So basically, it's a very progressive free spin round where you hope to win as many cascades as possible to build up the multiplier ladder. If you clear all the blockers, you get extra spins. So that's also a way to kind of reach higher on the ladder. It maxes out on 100 times your bet, but that's obviously quite high anyway. Yeah, so that's the 4 regular free spins, and the player can choose between them. But if you trigger free spins through the golden spin, or you can buy it directly, you can play super free spins. So this one is quite crazy, to be honest. Super fun, but basically what it does is that it combines all the features from the 4 different free spins into one super volatile, crazy, expensive free spins. So I think this will be very popular with streamers and high rollers, but also casual players that builds up a balance to be able to buy it, or to, if you're lucky, it's also what you kind of chase for as a player. So yeah, that's all the features. So it's basically a really big game, both in terms of production value, but in terms of features as well. So let me share my screen, and I can play a few spins as well. Do you see the screen?
Yes, it's all there.
Nice. Try to full screen it. Like that. So yeah, this is how the game looks like. Now we have, this is how you activate feature spins. You can pick between them. So let's try colossal or coin spins, for example. Drop in. Now we're lucky. It's actually cleared some coins. So every win adjacent to a coin basically explodes it. And yeah, now we got the prices. And as you see visually, it's quite similar to the original Temple Tumble in art style, but also features. And yeah, let's try the super free spins as well.
But a lot better looking, Daniel.
A lot better looking, definitely. No, it's amazing to actually see the progress we as a company has made, actually, from Temple Tumble to this. Yeah, so like the transition is also a bit similar, but just now everything is done in modeled and 3D and just looks amazing. Yeah, so now we have the super free spins. So quite a lot going on, obviously, with all the features. You have the multiplier ladder on the top. We have the different special blockers that drops in. So you have the coins, there we got extra spins and a multiplier. Yeah, and with the multiplier ladder applying on all features, you know, you just need one big hit, and that creates a big win. I mean, this was an epic win from one coin, basically. So now we got 2 extra spins, and we're increasing the multiplier ladder. And we also passed 10x, which means that we got an extra spin. So now we have 3 spins left, and the multiplier is at 12 already. So it's yeah, this is what you hope for, really, to get a few extra spins, build up the multiplier ladder, and then make a nice connection. We have some nice animations on the character cheering for us as the win. It's interesting curiosity. We actually in Temple Tumble 1 had that character as well, but yeah, like in the end stage of production, like we didn't think the quality was good enough, so we actually removed it. But now I think this character adds a lot of life to the game. This was a good spin. So we're up at 35 multiplier now, still have 2 spins left. Let's see if we can get a win. Reach 50, so then we got an extra spin. So now with this crazy multiplier, just any win will be big. And that's just like a couple of connections, still 50 euros. Cool. There we have the unbreakable wild as well. That one is kind of persistent in the way that it doesn't explode like other symbols. It sticks, but it do drop down like one step in between cascade. So it creates like a nice streaky feeling. That one. I think this will 3x, but still 270. That's a pretty nice win. didn't cheat this one either, but yeah, I think that was it from my part. Shelley, do you want to say some?
Really nice. I thought you had
more.
the cheats on there, DJ, but that was really nice to see. So yeah, feature rich is definitely the word for the game. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing the production. I don't see any questions in the chat, but we're always here from the product team. Just look me up if you've got any questions or want to discuss. And of course, yeah, save the date, 25th of June. The biggest release of the year, for sure. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to come in your busy schedules. Take care.